Alright, people. We back again. That awesome group. We in the mother house. It's your boy Dark Ooh. We in the building.
It's your girl Bella Jean.
It's your boy Goku.
Anyway, that's your boy Teacot the Teapot. Terrence need to stop.
That's
Yeah, right?
Dark Ooh. Goku.
Anyways, we just come back, second podcast, we going to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Start things off a little slow, since we are gamers in here, we do got to kind of talk about this whole situation, with the government once again trying to blame video games for gun violence again. Like we didn't already live through the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
The foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
in the 90s, they were blaming it on the music.
Well, they was also blaming it on Mortal Kombat too. And Night Trap.
I gotta.
Go ahead, man.
No, I'm waiting till you go.
Now go ahead, Goku.
Go, Goku.
Because, in some way, I kind of see what they're saying though.
Oh.
Yeah. These kids do be, a game is influential.
Mm.
Yeah.
People really want to do Call of Duty in real life.
Okay.
They want to act like they shooting zombies or
I love shooting zombies.
Grand Theft Auto.
We're not trying
They
to
want to go on their best 5-star mission
Right.
before they kill themselves.
5-star mission. Boy, you gotta get the heat up.
Living reckless.
We gotta start small.
Gotta get the chopper out.
Right? I mean, I feel what you're saying. But the problem with that is if we take that approach, you can literally blame everything for violence. Everything. And that's not the point. The point of the matter is, first of all, we got some of these young kids out here rolling around here. They gunned up. I done seen a few young ones out here. They got the junks. Which, I mean, you know what? I'm not going to worry about people and their, their guns.
Mm.
But the fact of the matter is, when you're coming to a situation and you're literally there just to kill people, there's something wrong with you. I mean, let's see, was it, I think it was the one that was in El Paso, was the one he said he wanted to go. Yeah, he wanted to go out there and said he wanted to kill as many Mexicans as possible. Like he actually says that. Like, what? Like, fam, he literally says something like that out of his mouth. That ain't got shit to do with no damn video games. That one right there, to be honest, that sounds like some just pure hate, right? That's just pure hate. And you can't fix that. That's something you're taught.
Mm.
You're taught to hate because we're not born to hating anything. You don't see no babies out here just I hate it unless it's broccoli or greens, vegetables. Some of them just don't like that.
Mm.
But they don't kill the vegetables. Matter of fact, they want to go as far away from the vegetables as possible. You dig? But I mean, look, video games and violent video games should be treated just like movies. They should be treated just like porn, which they supposedly are, because there's rating scales on all of these games.
So, but it's not even just that. It's like you're making it seem like we're at a point where people can't differentiate between fiction and reality.
Exactly. We know they can.
But
Like,
you were about to make a point in favor of mine, or I can use it that way, because people look at them movies, even I do it, like, dang, I wish I was in that movie. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing, but yeah, I'd love to be, driving a car 200 miles an hour.
True. But the problem is, Karen,
but do you wish
You can
to
say
be
that.
in the actual movie?
or do you wish to do it in real life?
Like, actually be out here driving 200 miles per hour, picking up hookers and shooting up the spot and robbing.
Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, all of that together.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but are you out here Fast and the Furious and stealing? Look, and stealing bolts strapped to the back of your damn Charger,
and fighting Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like you really trying to do that?
Change places with
No, see, no. See, you're talking about living a life in a fictional life. We're asking, can you do it right now?
They can make it.
So you would want their reality to be your reality sometimes when you watch a movie.
Heck yeah.
But would you do it right now?
What you mean? Would I do what?
Like, if you leave here right now, are you willing to just go shooting down the damn road, going 200 miles per hour?
Talking about, have I done it?
No, I'm asking you right now. Like, are you just gonna go straight, drive off and going 200 miles per hour and just go start fighting some people and rob banks? Like right now?
I don't have nobody. I don't have an
address. They ain't gonna ask you, dude.
I don't have anybody.
Nah, bro, you don't know. You don't need people to go rob a bank, fam. People do it all the time. I'm saying, are you going out here robbing banks?
People do
I don't want to rob a bank.
Exactly. You know why? You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get arrested.
I don't want to.
You don't want to. I mean,
sir, we better not see you on TV.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, but if it's something
your fantasy life in real life,
like 2K, you want to go out there. You wish you could be my player sometime.
You must have never seen the movie called Stay Tuned.
No.
Stay Tuned is literally what you're talking about. Yeah. They literally go into the TV and they're literally living in the TV show world, channel by channel.
I mean, but I don't I really, son, you might want that. Like, do you ever wish you lived in an
anime or something?
Not
or a video game.
Like when we were talking about Pokemon. When I was talking about the Pokemon movie, and I said, "Dang, I wish that I could do that."
Yeah,
it's that type. Like, dang.
Yeah.
To the point dang, let me think about how I can genetically make a Pokemon.
Yeah, but see,
mix a dog.
That's the problem right there.
It make me a Growlithe.
Yeah.
Instead of a dog and a tiger. But nah, that's the problem right there, though, Terrence. It's not the fact that people wish they could do things like that in real life. It's the fact that you have to be able to separate your reality from fiction. That's the problem. A lot of people are doing this for certain reasons. It's not because they just see this shit happening. That's what I'm saying. Listen.
Plenty of copycat killer stuff.
Listen, man. A lot of people out here are doing this shit because, like I said, it's pure hate. They're doing it because they hate something, and they are literally pushed to do these things. And you think, people see video games and they want to blame video games. But the reason why I made that point is that it's because video games are getting the blame for something that humans have been violent and killing each other way before there was media.
There weren't video games in the beginning of time. There weren't video games all through history.
I mean, video games literally only became a thing. Like, literally, the absolute first video game was literally a giant supercomputer in a museum. This dude made this thing called Tennis for Two, which literally evolves into Pong.
Mm-hmm.
And that was literally only the late 60s, maybe that. Yeah, late 60s. That was probably, I think 1968 is when that was a thing. Before 1968, was nobody getting killed? Was there no violence? Because damn sure was.
That's not even the first. They talking about violent video games.
Violent video games ain't become a thing till what? 90.
I ain't really talking about violent video games. I'm talking about
living out these fantasies
that you digest.
Yeah, but even still,
a video game is something you can actually control. Like, you are that character. And some of these kids, that's hardcore gamers. They probably ain't got no friends. They sit around, they play these shooting games all day, and then they, like you said, they probably do have that hatred and say, "Oh, I want to get up and actually do this one day." And then they go do it. Or they saw the Vegas shooting, or the dude that in Ohio saw the El Paso shooting, and said, "I'm about to go do it."
Yeah.
So he was directly inspired by somebody else actually doing it. It had nothing to do with video games.
I ain't saying it was just video games. I said what you.
But I'm saying
into.
for this conversation, that had nothing to do with video games. He saw what that dude did, and he's like, I'm about to go do that too.
You don't never know what their motive is.
But
No,
I'm
he
saying
he said
play
his motive.
video
He
games.
said he wanted to kill as many Mexicans as possible.
I'm not saying. Oh, I don't know what made him say I'm about to go get a gun and go to the Walmart and shoot up a bunch of Hispanics. I'm saying. I ain't really saying a video game is a direct cause. I'm saying it. Some of them people that play video games. Alright, so, I mean, what about the people who play Grand Theft Auto and they just want to drive around, they just want to kill people? They don't even want to do the mission. They just want that like to kill something.
What do you mean?
You don't think nothing wrong with that? Like, you don't even want to play the game, you just
If
want to run over
you are
30
going
people on the
outside of
sidewalk.
that, you're trying to actually do it in real life, then yes, there's something wrong with that.
Matter of fact, literally, instinctually, the reason why a lot of these games let you do things like that is so that, you know, there are people who, you know, are very, I say, stressed.
Mm.
You know, every now and again, I know we've all done it. You come home and you play.
Go with that point. You said the video game let you do stuff like that.
Bro, I'm getting onto it right now.
You skipped.
No, I didn't. Let me finish what I was about to say. You know, people do come home and they're stressed. A lot of people turn to video games for stress. There are certain games that are better for stress than others. And Grand Theft Auto is definitely one of them.
Like an escape.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
your reality. And you go in, you do what the hell you're going to do, and you leave.
So you had a bad day at work, you want to grab your AK on Grand Theft Auto and you want to shoot the block up.
Yeah, no.
Like,
No.
I mean, for some people, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
no, it is. a
But for
thing.
me, no.
Yeah.
It
Well,
depends
not
on the
you
person.
personally, yeah.
But that's like the same way as some of these people who kill people, they also start off killing animals. That's like a practice.
Yeah, that's a good point of making. But you don't see them talking about hunters anywhere around there, did you?
You said hunters?
Yes. You know, the people who literally kill animals always, like that's literally their thing. But yet you don't see them get mentioned about any of this stuff. There ain't no I mean nothing. That's literally.
Right, some of them people do. They kind of do hunt. Especially, I'm gonna just say Texas probably got a lot of hunters because I know a lot of them kids grow up with rifles in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like a few of them people that probably ain't even they rifle. They probably went in their dad room and got it.
Mm-hmm. But that's my
So it's
point.
just there. Did you grow up with a rifle in your house?
9mm. Nah, 9mm, no rifle.
Hunting. You ain't hunting a deer with a 9mm.
Yeah, but that's my point though. My point is, like, here's the thing. A lot of these kids are being taught to use these guns. Because your average person just ain't picking up an assault rifle and just automatically know how to use it. Despite what you may think about video games do not teach you how to use guns.
I mean, it ain't hard to learn. I mean, if a person is like mentally off like that and he playing that game to come home, he want to relieve stress. Eventually, if something is stressing him out that bad, if it's work, he want to just come home, play a video game, and what you just said was kind of okay, that he can go ahead and let off that steam. Eventually, something gonna get to him that bad where he want to take that gun back to work.
But listen to this, Terrence. Didn't you just say that he was off?
I mean, gotta be a little off to want to do something like that.
So is it the video games that's the problem?
Mm.
Or is he mentally
It's that
unstable?
that's all I was waiting to come back to from the statement he made earlier.
Because literally every statement that you have just made literally is a person who is mentally unstable. Because let's put it this way.
Because earlier you was like, so what about this person that go and they play the game all day, want to go home and shoot up? That's that person.
That is somebody who's unstable. Because here's the thing.
That has nothing to do with the
it
video
ain't
game
mentally
itself.
healthy to want to come home and play the video game just because you want to
Relieve your stress?
Yeah, and, you know.
What do you mean? Matter of fact,
Alright,
that
if I get mad
mm-hmm.
at my job and I decide I want to go turn on Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty just to get the joy of shooting people because I can't do it in real life. To me, that ain't mentally healthy. Something wrong with you.
First of all, Terrence, hold on. Listen. Terrence, what do you do when you get stressed?
What do you mean what I do?
How do you relieve stress?
You get stressed a lot.
Clearly.
What do you do to relieve your stress? What do you do? Go to the gym?
Like shoot basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Might turn on the game.
No,
Might sleep.
No, he turns on 2K.
Oh yeah.
And you know what he does? You know, they play the game, and you know what you do, Terrence? I know you talk trash, right?
That's part of this. That's part of the
Oh!
No, that's you relieving stress, fam.
Yes.
That's the competition aspect.
No,
It
fam.
is.
No.
But you're living for that competition aspect of
No.
your game.
First of all, if I get on to a one-on-one match, I don't even have my mic in,
Mhm.
so I don't talk.
But you probably still talking shit to yourself.
No.
Yes. Because I know, Terrence, because even when I play games like Call of Duty, I don't put my damn headphones in at all. Only because I don't like to talk to people. I don't even like to talk to these people.
I like to talk to my party.
But I know when I'm winning, I'm out here talking cash shit, even if they can't hear me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's how you is, because I've seen you do it, Terrence.
Ooh,
You.
in a group with y'all.
It doesn't matter,
That's
Terrence.
because y'all sitting right next
But
to
Terrence, that's the point. Like, people, they get on there and talk shit. Talking shit is relieving your stress.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
But you can take that same thing, go to the basketball court and do the same thing.
And still talk shit on the court.
You can't leave Call of Duty and say, I'm going to go get a dang on AK and boom, boom, boom with no consequences.
Because you know that that's not something that you
not-
should be
well,
doing.
That's not even the point, Terrence.
But
That's not the point.
you already got you want to kill somebody. But everybody knows it's bad. I don't think so. Like them people, like they plan it out, and the reason why you think they automatically go out and say, I want to kill myself after this, or this is going to be some type of suicide mission. Because they know what they about to do.
Because they
It ain't no
mentally
coming
unstable.
back from it.
Because something's wrong with them.
And instead of doing what they should do, they just like, no,
So
they're
you
going
don't
to
think
go
nothing,
to the extreme.
no video game, no movie or nothing could have gave them no form of entertainment. Like they document all these school shooters, mass shootings. You can take a kid and be like, oh yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Let me tell you, first of all, most of these mass shootings aren't happening with children. Most of these are grown men.
I mean, how many school shootings have we had?
Those were not children, though. I mean, a lot of times there are outsiders that come into these schools and do that. That's why they actually have, that's why they was talking about, like, with the whole Sandy Hook thing. They wanted to have teachers that have guns. They wanted more security for people to not be able to come in from the outside to do these
But
things.
the guy that shot up Parkland, or whatever that was, he wasn't a current student, but he went there, so he knew them people.
How old was it?
He might have been,
Grown?
it don't matter. I mean, he's still technically a kid.
No, but here's the thing, Terrence. You're looking
19,
for
He went back to shoot up his former classmates.
you're looking for a connection to these things that don't exist. Because here's the thing: video games do not make people violent. People are already just violent. That's just it. That's
kind of a. You can go with that, but if you got a violent tendency and you play a video game and that's not enough,
but see, here's the thing.
You're
parents,
gonna go do it in real life.
If you have a violent tendency, is it your fault?
So what?
Like, if you have a violent tendency, is it your fault?
No.
Then who do you blame it on?
We blame any type of sickness on.
That's the point. That's the point, Terrence. If these people are actually sick in the head, you can't blame the things that they go through or the things that they do just because they've done it. Because there's millions, if not billions, of people who go through the exact same thing. And then these people these singular ones are the ones who are doing it.
You don't, and this is because we just talking about mass shootings.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe some of these cops take a video game like approach to their job, especially when they get into a shootout.
Meaning.
But some of these cops that kill people.
No, I'm saying, your video game approach is?
I mean, I don't play a lot of games, whatever cop game they got out or whatever. You don't think a cop really want to do that? Get in a shootout and shoot people.
I mean, I would hope not.
I mean, we would hope a lot of people don't want to get shot, but shoot people, but they doing it.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that cops are doing it because of video games, man.
I ain't blaming nothing on I'm just saying, I do believe at some point a kid was playing a video game and said, I want to go see what this is really like.
And for that instance, that singular person, then this rule would apply. But we're talking about they're blaming it all on video games for all of it, when probably less than 1% it actually is like a true statement.
Bruh, how can you even make that correlation when humans have an actual history of being violent?
Way before this. More violent, like we're not even seeing real violence.
We are actually way more tame than we've ever been.
we ain't
as a
seen
society.
no real violence in our lifetime.
I just feel like personally that people just in general have always tried to find a face to put on something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just human nature to try to blame something on something. Things that seemingly don't make any sense, you're going to try to find an answer for it, right, even if that answer doesn't make any sense.
You put the blame on something else before you blame yourself.
Right. Yeah, that's just what people do. You're more than likely going to look, outside yourself for an explanation.
To say that all this stuff is happening simply because of video games, I agree with you. It's BS. But do I think that somebody's playing a shooting game and want to go out there and do it? Yes.
Now, I do agree with you. I do agree with you to a point that, America especially, we sensationalize violence a lot, in all forms of media. And I do feel like, there are some people who can take that and run with it if you want. Like, if they can see, they can grow up watching TV and just see violence after violence after violence, and that could affect their decision-making processes in certain aspects of their life. I do believe that.
Yeah, like I can be watching a little fight scene and be like, dang, I wish I could walk into a group of 6 people and just knock their head off like that.
Yeah, but you're saying you wish that you could do these things.
But that's something I can actually do. I can go to a fighting thing and learn how to fight and go out and get into a fight, and I can do that.
Yeah, but Terrence, see, the way you're going about things and the way you're explaining to people how they go about it is 2 different things.
Because we talking about it and it's rational, but if I had that ability.
But see, that's the thing, Terrence, you're trying to rationalize the irrational. These people that go out and do these things are messed up in the head. Like, literally. They are fucked up in the head.
But he made a rational decision.
No!
That's
an irrational decision.
He said, I want to go kill Hispanics.
No, he made
went
a
and did it.
decision. Ain't nobody said that
Yeah,
was
that's
a
not
rational
rational, saying.
decision.
That's
Yeah,
not
I'm pretty
rational.
sure in his head he rational.
For him, he was like, you know what,
First of all,
I should do this. He might have did it.
Crazy people
Yeah.
are not crazy to themselves. That's the
You
point
don't
of being
think-
crazy.
You don't think he had an end game in doing this? So
That was his end game.
But like Dylan Roof, who said he walked into that church and killed 9 black people, that he wanted to start a race war. That's a rational thought process.
No,
It is.
it's irrational
He
because
did
first of all,
something that could have
But
possibly
in
potentially started a race war.
I'm gonna say he
So-
actually kind of he did though.
So what
But
if
I'm not saying it's rational.
he
but-
didn't start a race war. America's
But I'm
race
saying,
problem's
what if-
already been a
what if
thing.
black people go, okay,
But
he
he-
did that.
And not
He
that,
went to a white
that,
church.
that it stopped being
I
a
think-
thing. It's like it became more relevant for newer people to be more aware of race.
The action might be crazy, but
Yeah.
he had
He had an agenda.
yes.
And
Bro.
his agenda went through.
He had a choice and he made a choice. Whether that choice is rational or not, you cannot rationalize what he was
For his goal, it was rational.
He understands what he's doing, even though other people don't understand.
Okay, if you wake up today and you say you want to start a race war, how are you gonna do it?
I don't know. Those aren't the type of thoughts I have.
I mean, but I'm saying,
But he's
if
saying,
you got
get in the
that
moment.
idea,
What would you do?
that's like Crips and Bloods. They say they want to start a gang war. Oh, I'm gonna go kill a Blood or a Crip. They gonna retaliate.
It's not rational to us,
It's like-
but to them, it
To accomplish
seems-
his goal.
Yeah,
That
it
was
makes
his
sense.
agenda. That's how he had to do it.
I remember I heard this somewhere, I can't remember where, but it was like something along the lines of, you know, people who commit atrocities, oftentimes they don't think that they're committing, they don't think that they're doing something wrong. In their mind, they're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I just said it's like just because they understand what they're doing does not mean that it's rational.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
We're nuts.
I mean,
You know,
but that's why I say, you know,
If he said, I want to accomplish this, some of these killers, they just want to go out and shoot people. He said he wanted to start a race war. So what better way to kick it off than to go kill the opposite race? The only thing that can then stop it is if the other race does not respond how you want them to. I mean, where he can go out and do I don't know. I mean, he wants to start a race war. Go out there, you punch a person of the opposite race, do whatever. So, I mean, we don't know what dude could have did, or why he wanted to go kill all the Hispanics. And he did.
that's crazy.
I mean, but could he probably wanted to do something.
He was crazy. I mean, it's just like Jim Jones. I mean,
Jim.
no, see,
Not that Jim
not,
Jones.
not that Jim
Not
Jones.
bowling.
Sir. No,
Not that
Jim Jones. Cult leader Jim Jones.
Yeah. He said Jim
The,
Jones.
the one that pretty much
Dixie.
pretty much most people get the fact that when somebody tell you that you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's.
Jim Jones had a whole bunch of damn followers. You know, he quote unquote had a plan.
And that's a mass killing. It wasn't
Yeah.
a shooting, but it was a mass.
He had pretty
killing.
much he had everyone that followed
Yeah.
him drink the Kool-Aid. And
Oh, they drink and they die.
Mhm.
yes, mass suicide.
Did he have a plan?
Apparently.
Yeah, to get all of them to follow him and do what he wanted them to do, and they all killed each other. Or
Mhm.
killed
This-
themselves.
But what
And
you
each
say-
other.
If you go out and make a plan and you come up with or you come out with a goal you want to accomplish and you go through the thought process of it, you made rational thoughts to get to that goal.
You rationalize your thoughts. We're not
I
saying
mean,
that
you
they're
went about
rational.
it to
You rationalize
to go
your
down that
thoughts
way.
that, you know
Now,
what,
if you went
But
down
see,
a
that's-
I'm gonna
crazy
have
route,
6 wives, all these kids, I'm gonna get this person, then you know what, then we all just gonna die.
But see, that's the problem right there, Terrence. I just told you, crazy people always understand what they're going through. A crazy person can try to explain things to you all day. You know that they made choices to get.
A lot of these people is getting caught. They not getting insanity police. I mean, so they ain't legitimately crazy.
Listen to what I'm saying. They can explain their plan to you all day. If you think that you can understand these steps that these people have taken, I mean,
it's not about understanding. If somebody they come up to you and say, I want to start a race sport, and I'm going to start by killing this mini race.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to look at me and say, yo, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
But if you haven't made up in your mind that it's not, we can't change that.
But, I mean, exactly. But I'm not clinically crazy to go do that.
Are you?
No, you're not. I mean, it's not, you don't have to be retarded to do that.
First of all, hold on. Retardation and crazy, two different
We're not
things.
doing that.
I mean, a mental illness, like, what is crazy? People use that word loosely. You don't understand something, so that's crazy.
So what if we just say irrational instead of crazy?
You can't understand the reasons a person feels crazy, even though they understand it themselves. I mean, that's why I call my sister crazy all the time, because she does things that don't make any damn sense, even though she thinks it makes sense. But you will continuously do it, and you know nothing comes out of it. It's like repeating the same thing, expecting a different outcome, but you don't
Here's the
get it.
definition of crazy.
Yes.
Okay, so like the dude who dressed up, who shut up the Aurora movie theater,
Mm-hmm.
he came up with this whole plan. Did you see the plan he had?
No. What's the plan, man?
He had bombs in his apartment set to go off at the same time. He was supposed to shoot up this movie theater to attract all the first responders there so he could shoot them up.
I actually didn't know that.
That's a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And he took rational steps to think that out. You can say it's crazy. The plan made sense. His action was wild. But are you gonna... I'm not giving him an insanity plea. You was too calculated with what you did.
I understand that.
No, I know what you're saying,
I understand that.
but all I'm telling you is these motherfuckers.
Now, if somebody was to sit up here and tell, if he came in here and told you, yeah, Alex, I got this plan, I'm gonna do this. Of course, you're gonna say that's crazy. You probably wouldn't even believe him until he actually do it.
Because the thing is, like, they have this plan, and you think about it, yeah, that plan probably going to work. Should you do it?
Right.
Nah, fam.
Wrong.
And most people are going to have that click in their head, like, you know what? I'm thinking, but I'm not about to do that.
That's right there, the defining moment.
To me, like a crazy person, something just happened, you just snapped, you ain't think nothing.
And you just like, nah, I'm about to do this for real.
Nah, to me, the craziness is the fact that he came up with that plan and done it. That's the
thing
craziness.
that didn't happen was that bomb didn't go off in his apartment.
But that's what I'm saying.
It didn't? I didn't know that.
My version of this is, if you come to me, tell me that you're going to shoot someone, or tell me you're going to shoot a whole bunch of people, and you're telling me that you have a plan, you tell me the plan. I sit here and tell you that it's crazy. If your ass don't snap to fucking reality and say, yeah, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking insane if you go through with it. Yes, that's
already
stupid.
made it. That's what he wanted to do.
But you've got to also consider, like, yeah, like you said, you know, it's crazy to us, but to them, you've got to consider the steps that led them up to this point. Like, what happened in their life to where they felt that they had to do this. You know, people don't just spontaneously say, you know, oh, I'm just gonna do this just because. You know?
But it's a fine line at that point
Brian,
because
sometimes they wake up and they just be like, I want to do that, but they don't do it. They say, okay, I got this. I want to do it, and here's how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between like, okay, it done pissed you off. I'm about to air this bitch out. But most of the time, we ain't about to go air that bitch out.
Nah, Brian's talking about the bullied kid.
Well, and that's
that's something
that's
different.
something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really different though. I think it's essentially you're enacting violence because of a reason, right?
But that goes again for it being a specific case. Like if specifically your ass was bullied when you was little.
No, that's not what I meant. No, the bullied kid is like an example. It's like the person who goes through things from time that keeps going through things as time goes by. I use a bullied kid because the bullied kid is the one who's always bullied.
But that's what I just said.
Yeah, but I meant like
you're being pushed to. Well, I'm not even.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, he doesn't mean that somebody's bullied.
Yeah.
But that's the example.
Yeah.
No, I know he doesn't mean
I
like that.
understand
I'm
what
saying like for the general
you're,
conversation.
something is pushing you to a proverbial ledge, and you feel like there's no other way for you to get around this, and you have to figure out some way. It's a fight or flight thing in your mind. You have to find a way to resolve this issue.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I guess your whole thing is you don't want to blame video games for it, but my point is a video game can be a form to push them to it, because the people that's doing this stuff, they're researching past school shootings, past mass shootings, seeing what he did, seeing where he messed up at.
So when a video games coming?
But they
I was
saw
just
it-
about to say something.
No, literally
So
not
how
saying
is it
that.
video games?
I'm saying it can be like CNN putting it all on TV, telling everything that this person did. Oh, he might want that notoriety one day. He might want his name to be up there. He got a plan. Oh, he took out 33. I'm gonna go take out 55.
I see what you're saying, because if you remember the second Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare game, they had the mission
talking
no
about
Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a choice these developers put that in this game, you know, knowing that they were events that took place prior to this that maybe not exactly the same were similar to it. You know, so how are you? I mean, yeah, they gave you the option to not play it, but it's like you still have it in there. And 9 times out of 10, whenever you tell somebody that there's this thing, you know, they're gonna want to see it. You know.
You know, Brian, this is why the video games have a rating scale.
Okay.
Well, true.
Hold on.
True.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you think a video game, like a kid playing a video game, can make somebody want to be a cop?
Like, do I think that video games can
people-
inspire you to be something?
In what kind of way? Like from the video game do you think it will make them want to be
Like,
There's not really no cop games, bro.
But no.
True crime back in the day.
You're using it as an
Hey,
I see shit.
hey,
He's using it as an example.
No!
Like,
you don't think somebody get? Oh yeah, I want to go stop the bad guy like I'm doing it in here.
I mean,
But
you can say
how
the same thing about
often is that a
superheroes.
thing though? Because 9 times out of 10, the cops are the people getting shit on in video games.
Bro.
I mean, that's
No,
I
that's
just
fair.
use that
it's
as
an example.
Terrence.
Yeah.
I know it's
No,
an
y'all
example.
cannot use video games as an example if you're not going to use other actual examples
I don't
of
play as
media.
many games as you, so I don't know all of what's out there.
No, because here's the thing.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh made me want to actually be a Yu-Gi-Oh duelist.
But that's
Yeah, but see, that was a
that's
show.
something
That was
completely
a show.
different,
The
though.
game.
Yeah, but it was
But
a
the
show
game
before
was the
game.
closest thing I could get to it.
But
Yeah, but you can actually be a duelist in real life.
But I couldn't make my monster sky up.
to his point, how many of us when we were little,
WWE for me.
yeah, we
I
all
want to
want
know what
we
it's
all
like
want-
to sweet chin music somebody one day.
But that's the
I
point
want
right there.
I want to get into a fight with somebody.
But that is the point I'm making, Terrence. The
You
exact
will
point
say
you
I'm
just
crazy for that, but
No.
I want to go.
No, that is not the crazy
shot.
point. That's the point I'm making right now. Every form of media, you could point the same finger at every form of media we have right now. The problem isn't
But you can't exclude a video game.
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about they're excluding every other form of media and pointing straight to video
Right.
games.
Right. They didn't say they was gonna stop selling violent movies or showing violent movies.
Exactly.
They said violent video games.
They didn't say they were gonna stop showing old war documentaries. And
They didn't even say they was gonna
going
stop selling shotguns at the
Exactly.
Walmart.
They didn't say
No.
they were going to stop selling. They said stop promoting it.
Yeah, but
They're not going to market it. That's different.
all right. So I'm gonna get straight to the point here.
Mm.
The reason why this is happening is because the video game industry does not pay off any of these corporations. That's literally the reason why this is happening. The NRA literally is in the pockets of every corporation there is right now. Everyone. That is why guns are so prominent. I mean, shit. In America, I would say probably less than 60% of the guns that are on the streets right now are legal.
Mhm.
And I mean, shoot. And if you want to get technical,
Hold on, why is what happening?
what do you mean? Why they always blame video games? This has been a thing for years. That's why they only point to video games. Because video games is the only one, the video game industry, first of all, now is even worse because it makes more money than movies. The video game industry is probably the highest grossing industry there is right now. And nobody gets a piece of the pie other than video games. Only the people who are the creators, the companies who own these businesses.
And you saying that they're doing this because the video game industry does not pay off who?
What do you mean, like governments? You know, things like that?
I mean, you said they're not paying off somebody. You said the NRA is in everybody's pockets.
They are.
You said the video game industry does not pay off somebody, so that's why when this stuff comes up, they're getting this backlash.
Mhm.
I wonder who they supposed to pay off.
Governments, they're not in the government pocket.
Specific groups
To
of
be
people
honest,
and pockets of government.
I don't think it's that deep. I don't want to look at them.
I don't
You don't
know,
think that
because we will take your favorite movie franchise. We will go to the Fast and the Furious. How violent has Fast and the Furious gotten from when it started to what it is now? Including this new one that you saw.
Hyper violent.
You said Hobbs and Shaw.
Mm-hmm. So let's go from year one all the way to now.
Okay, year one was more realistic. That happens. But I wouldn't look at that and say, dang, that looked fun.
The first one?
Guy.
When they getting shot up
Nah.
by Chan,
Bruh.
that was it.
Bruh.
Why would you say that?
Didn't you literally
Yeah, that
just use
was-
this as an example
Yeah.
talking about something? Yeah, I want to be driving through the street to
Yeah.
a
No,
I'd
she
drive a
said,
big
no,
if I
she
had to
said
know.
she brought up the violent part. The racing part ain't violent.
Fighting is violence? I mean,
And
you
did-
said you
did
wanted
just
to
wanna
fight
go try to
like
fight
6
six
No,
dudes,
she
dudes.
man.
said it won't. The fight scenes won't that like that as they got. You know,
So what you're saying is,
So
as
now-
more people started to die, you're like, nah, I don't want to live this life.
the action got more crazy. Like
But they ain't dialed that back.
Dom jumping, taking a
Man,
car.
Government name.
Hey, man, I watch it too much. Dom, see, you got me messing up.
Dom, go ahead. Vin Diesel, go ahead.
Taking a car
Uh-huh.
from one building and flying it to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. It probably can't happen, but some thrill seeker might want to do that. Me, not me, because I ain't no roller coaster person. But if you talking about the shootouts and stuff like that, hey, I wish I could handle a gun like that.
I feel
Like, come on, you see Jason Statham, or whatever his name is, they handle the crowd the way he do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dang, boy, wish you could be like that.
I feel like as long as, like, if there's anyone that I would probably try to blame for any of this, it's probably the media.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's
as long, the media.
Because they market it.
Well, when I say the
No,
media,
no,
I
you
mean
like news.
I mean the news.
Mm-hmm.
They're silly.
They want you to be scared.
The news
Yeah.
is hyper violent all day long.
Everything the news tells you,
There's always
except
bad
for
things
sports
in the
and
news.
weather, is they want you to be scared or something.
It's all negative.
Because that's what's in it.
And as long as it's so easy to get a gun in this time, it's gonna keep escalating to the point where someone's gonna pay with their life. You know, it's just how it is.
You want to know something? What makes this even worse is that these problems, these mass shootings, are an actual problem in the United States.
Mm-hmm. And they have been for a while.
They are.
But in the rest of the world, there are hardly any of them that actually really happen in regular places that are, well, how should I say, what's the word I'm looking for?
For what?
Functional places, not third world countries.
Like more
Yeah, you're not talking about like actual like hot zones. You mean
metropolis,
like a regular.
like more metropolitan places, or
Well, metropolitan would be more like just a regular
So
city.
you saying like, well, you know, London they had that bombing with that Ariana Grande thing.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't.
That wasn't a mass shooting.
That
though.
wasn't a mass shooting though. That was literally just a bomb that went off. And France had a bomb. That was in France too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So, but you're like a regular place like in Germany. Ain't nobody going over there and just shooting up the spot.
You know why?
I think
You know why those were bombings?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has fucking gun laws.
Mm-hmm.
You know what place doesn't have gun laws like those? United States.
America.
some places do.
Yeah, in New York you can't. They don't play that.
And you want to know how many guns is in New York?
A lot of them.
Millions.
But
and all because there's this antiquated piece of text on a document that was forged, what?
You
A
said
couple hundred years ago.
right,
Yeah.
bear arms.
Mhm.
Right.
How is that antiquated?
It's antiquated because
It's antiquated
when
because it's not something that was updated
right.
throughout the
You
times.
don't. What way do you need to update it? You have a right to have a weapon.
Period.
Now, listen,
So in
if
all
you're crazy,
circumstances,
Not
child-
unless or if or but. It's just that's just what it is. And they're not
if you're
touching it.
mentally unstable, maybe
They're not
your
touching it.
child. I mean,
You have to go through steps to get the permission to buy it.
well, yeah,
So
But are those steps
But
that's
really
not
like?
that's not
but
the
Terrence,
amendment.
anyone can.
If you
It's
wanna-
like getting
if you
getting
wanna
your
add-
license, your driver's permit. It's like
I mean, if you want to add a mental test to it and go,
I mean that
further,
we did have.
If
we
you
had
want to
one.
further why we should give you a gun, other than you have a clean criminal record, then yeah, do that. Amending someone's
See,
right
that's
to
the
have
issue
a
right
weapon.
here. What you just said,
No,
we actually had already.
who?
America.
No, we don't.
Yes, we did.
People are still talking about why
Listen.
certain people are able to buy a
Listen
gun.
to what I'm about to tell you right
And
now.
it's not even that. It's not even a gun, Alex. They're asking why was he able to get that gun?
Listen to what I'm about to tell you, Terrence. Because obviously, there was already a thing in place about mental illness for guns, and it was passed when Barack Obama was president. Then it was overturned when Donald Trump became president.
oh,
it was literally like
Cheeto.
it was literally like his first thing he overturned, and now they're talking about putting it back in place.
Well, how long has Donald Trump been president?
2 years, man? 3 years?
Not even
I
three.
mean,
3
it's
years.
Been
3 years of hell.
that
2017.
I know he
Yeah,
had
so-
some
oh, yeah.
shootings under his watch, but I'm not gonna blame him for that.
Who?
Donald Trump for whatever thing he overturned.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we
But,
already
no.
had those types of things in place, and we literally only had it for like about 2 years.
I got my gun permit before Donald Trump.
Yeah, but
And I never got a mental evaluation.
when did you get it?
2015, Obama was in office. No, hold on. It's good for 5 years, so yeah.
And when did I say this happened?
When did what happened?
I said it happened
just
right-
got overturned.
No, listen. I said
when Trump got in
Obama.
office.
I said Obama passed one, and I said as soon as Donald got into office,
He threw it out.
he threw it out. And the real
so it was
reason
never in place.
exactly. But listen to this though. The
No,
only
so
reason I say this
Mm.
is because when I was looking at the news while I was at work the other day, they're talking about putting that same bill right back in there. You know who's spearheading it?
Mm.
Donald Trump.
Mm. The El Cheeto strikes again.
Mm-hmm.
Part 2.
Can I ask you something?
Mm.
Putting that rule in place,
Right.
is that gonna stop said person from being able to get a gun?
No.
Is it going to make it harder for them to get a gun?
Legal one, yes. Illegal one, no.
But getting a gun, period.
Nope.
So we think somebody that's your word so crazy enough to come up with a plan to say I'm about to kill somebody. You think he gonna care whether he get an illegal gun or a legal gun versus the more illegal gun is probably gonna do more of what he need?
Nigga, just throwing fuel on my argument.
No, I'm
Gun
saying that
restrictions.
you can put.
is
No,
what we
you didn't
need.
say gun restriction because I made that point 5. I said they didn't ask about why did this person get a gun. They're asking why did he have that gun?
No, I'm
An
saying
assault rifle.
No, I'm saying
Why
gun
is that for
restrictions
sale?
are what we need.
If you want, I mean, but a lot of these weapons, they're hunting weapons. That's technically what they are.
You know, the funny thing is,
You go out. I mean, and then that's another thing. You can't, like, the Second Amendment. Ain't nobody trying to hear it because you're not about to tell me I can't have a right to get a gun.
arms is weapons,
Right.
regardless of whether they are guns, knives, swords, whatever, bow and
Right.
arrow.
But so why don't they put all that restriction on sword? A person that's properly trained with a dang on sword can kill 10 people in a school.
True.
But ain't nobody running up here with no damn
But
sword.
Mulan ain't out here running up in the
Because they don't know how to
schools and
use it.
Walmart.
It's easier to get a gun, point a trigger, and boom, boom, boom.
And that's exactly why we need restrictions on the damn thing.
You said it's easier
Mhm.
to get a gun.
My dad tell me all the time, it's women.
Mm-hmm.
The reason most people in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Women
Yes.
have started great wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna
Why?
say. Yeah.
And he broke it down to me. Hey, you sold drugs.
Cleopatra.
Why?
Mhm.
To get money. Why? To buy a car, clothes, whatever. Why?
For women.
To impress who? Women.
Mm-hmm.
So root cause of it.
Yeah. A lot of
A
stuff
lot
that
of
we
people
do.
kill people.
Impress
Like, come on now. Like, that's why I be telling people, yo, when you cheat on somebody, to me, you risk your life.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how a hurt person is going to respond.
Mm-mm. Damn sure don't.
So if you know you out there doing that, really not click in your head, hey, maybe I should, if I'm doing it like that, to get it. And I say the same thing.
They
with that.
crazy.
No, I know a few people recently, they were selling drugs. They sell drugs, mind their business. They ain't got no gun. Okay, but you selling drugs, you getting money, you're in that lifestyle. Somebody's gonna try to take that from you, and that's what happened. And you didn't have a gun and you couldn't defend yourself.
But then, like,
There's no guarantee you're gonna be able to defend yourself even if you got one.
You have a better chance if you did. Trying to be a side nigga crap, all this side shit. You don't know what that person is going to do when they find out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he doesn't mess with my. I can take anything.
Don't you touch
So
that?
look, Terrence, 9 times out of 10, you're not killing someone with that first initial blow.
It's that.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Because
going.
you got emotion. That's
Right.
why OJ in this 30
Hold
stab
on now, we
wounds.
ain't doing OJ did it on this episode.
Yeah,
once.
right.
Somebody killed him.
They
Love ain't
did.
fit. You
It
must have
wasn't.
quit.
It wasn't OJ. Allegedly. Come on now, I ain't trying to get sued.
I think it's like I said before, like, you know, warfare has become convenient for people over the years where, you know, instead of having to take a rock and bashing someone X amount of
all you gotta
times
do
to
now,
kill them, all you
I
gotta
just
do is
press
said
a button.
pull a trigger
Because it
or press a
don't,
button.
it don't matter what the weapon is.
Oh yeah, I'm not. You know,
Everybody got a kitchen knife.
yeah,
So
I'm
it's the same
substituting guns. You can put any sort of substitution in for guns. It's just guns are the primary source of.
Look, there's a
violence
chance
that's
that if you have to use a weapon to kill somebody other than a gun, that on your first impact of striking this person, that you might not actually keep going through with it.
So what?
And that's true. Like a gun is easy.
Because here's the thing: you pull the trigger on a gun,
It's done.
you might you will
9
feel
times out of 10.
you might kill them, but you'll feel that remorse. If you find it, if you feel that remorse, you'll feel it, and then that's why you see a lot of people when they go to jail for it, they didn't mean to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the first thing they say. They didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
But you did pull the trigger. But the pulling the trigger is so easy that everything that comes after the trigger pull is the hard part. But you might have hit me on the head with that damn glass thing. It might not have killed me. Nah, it might have lumped the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a good chance that you might have hit me with it and maybe not have kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's happened before. I mean, that's how we get assault cases.
You just want that person to feel some sort of pain.
Exactly, because a lot of times the
Whatever
pain
you're feeling, you want them to feel
is
it.
just like a shot of adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
It wears down after time.
I watched
And that's a very good
I
point.
watched a movie, I forget the name of it, but he found out that his wife was cheating with this guy, and she had gave the man, the wife, because the husband gave the wife some type of snow globe,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Sounds so
gave
familiar.
it, huh?
I said this movie sounds familiar.
Yeah, she gave it to the man she was cheating with.
Mm.
Library, books, all that. And he saw it and he put 2 and 2 together and he had that thing, this man sleeping with my wife. He took that snow globe, he hit him over the head one time with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah, brain hemorrhage.
No, I'm not saying it's impossible.
No.
I'm just saying that
That's
9
not
times
where
out of
we are
10.
going
man,
with
he
this.
ain't have to go more than once. I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure
what I'm saying.
he probably felt remorse after that one hit. 'Cause
Bro, it's not what we're saying.
that's what I'm saying.
What I'm
When
saying
when you look at a lot of crimes of passion, or a lot of murders that were committed as a result of passion, it's never just one and done. It's multiple times.
Even if you might have got that person on the first go around, they still keep going.
And they might have got off on that crime because of a crime of passion. They don't get the full murder rap.
all I'm saying is, there's a better chance of you not killing somebody if it takes you longer than it is, for you just pulling the trigger.
Oh yeah, well that's another thing. That's the inherent laziness of people.
Yeah, true. We are lazy as shit. I mean, everything we come up with most of the time to be more convenient for something.
Yeah.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, nowadays you can turn your damn video game console off with your damn remote.
You barely
And
have to
turn it
leave
back off.
your house for anything now. You can have it delivered to your door.
I mean, shit. They even have buttons now. Those little buttons you can get from Amazon. You could just press the button and it automatically orders whatever that button's for. Boy, now that is some lazy shit. I ain't realized how lazy that really was, though.
Yeah.
Damn, that's on a whole nother level. You ain't gotta look for that shit no more.
Mm-mm.
You ain't gotta look it up. And yeah.
So we wrapping it up.
So to wrap all of this up, does video games have anything to do with the specific mass shootings that's been happening?
No.
I don't think it does. like I said, I think it's just people trying to find a face to place on this sort of thing. And video games just happens to be, for whatever reason, just happens to be the most prominent thing right now.
Because
Conspiracy.
back in the day, first it was music, and it wasn't just one genre. First it was hip hop, and then when the Columbine happened, who did they blame?
Punk rock.
Marilyn Manson
Mm-hmm.
and Eminem.
Mm-hmm. And now where we at? Now, like, okay, circle all the way back around video games.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't blame things like that, because if that was true, every single person who engages in these activities like games or music or whatever would do the same thing.
Never mind the
Right.
fact most of these songs is promoting drugs on a regular basis. But we ain't talking about that right now. We ain't talking about that right now. But I'm just saying. But the video games.
I'm gonna tell you like this. People, that was quite the heated discussion.
Longest.
And we are back at it again, people. You know the podcast. This is episode 2. And look, we talk about the hard things. The things certain other people they don't want to talk about. Well, look, we're more than just gamers. We all have feelings. You know, we all have our own opinions, you know. But we talk about them over here. Shit might get a little heated, but we, you know, after things are done, we are still back at it again, and we are still that awesome group, and we are still the fans, the nerds, and the damn gamers. We are awesome. And we're signing out.
They can't see.